Why didn't they respond to my message? Did I say something wrong? Maybe they're upset about something I did. I remember that joke from last time. They hated it. Why do my back hurt? Is it a health issue or caused by my workout? What should I wear? Damn, what was I thinking? I should have meditated this morning. It's no wonder I'm thinking so much. I think many of us overthink, and there are several reasons for it. In this video, I'll explain how to address this in terms of practical solutions. Watch until the end, as it will be extremely valuable. Rumination or excessive thinking is a process where we find ourselves repeatedly and irrationally thinking about a specific situation. Often, we try to justify this emotional irrationality with logical arguments related to the situation that's bothering us, and this cycle of reasoning only perpetuates excessive thoughts. When we fall into the trap of rumination, all our focus and attention are directed towards that problematic situation or the endless thought process that accompanies it. Unfortunately, this means there's no time or energy left for us to focus on other important areas of our lives, whether it's health issues that require attention or concerns related to what someone said. As a result, other crucial aspects of our lives end up being neglected due to our excessive concentration on unproductive thoughts. It's essential to recognize this pattern of behavior and learn how to deal with rumination effectively so we can regain balance in our lives and ensure that our energy is directed in a healthier and more productive way. Here's a quote that explores the phenomenon of overthinking. Overthinking can be a way of trying to control a situation and feel more confident about what to do next. When faced with challenges or situations that make us anxious, our brains often engage in a simulation process, exploring different scenarios and trying to anticipate what the future holds. This tendency is especially prominent in Type A individuals, known for their high standards, perfectionism, and constant pursuit of significant achievements. If you identify as someone who sets high standards for yourself, you may find yourself overthinking your actions and choices. You may feel pressured to follow specific morning routines or other behaviors that you believe are associated with success. This relentless quest for structure and predictability is often motivated by a desire to avoid the unknown, as people who tend to overthink often struggle with uncertainty. The problem arises when this excess of thoughts begins to dominate your mind and create a constant sense of discomfort. You may find yourself stuck in a perpetual cycle of overthinking, which can hinder your ability to enjoy the present and make effective decisions. It's crucial to seek strategies to deal with this pattern of overthinking so that it doesn't become an overwhelming presence in your life. When the mind is constantly racing at 100 miles per hour, enjoying life becomes a challenging task. I'd like to share examples from my own history of overthinking. To provide context, I'm quite tall, which led me, when I was younger, to believe that my height could make people feel anxious in my presence. Yes, I had that perception. As a result, unconsciously, I avoided maintaining an upright posture. I didn't want to appear dominant because I was overthinking. I didn't want people to feel uncomfortable, as if I intimidated them or considered myself superior. In a sports context, the story was different. My competitive nature made me think that if someone felt intimidated, it was their problem. However, in social contexts, I acted differently. Over time, I began to understand the root of this behavior and decided to correct it. During my time in college, I worked at a cell phone store selling devices. One day, a co-worker said to me, "You walk in here like you own the place." For a brief moment, I considered whether my upright posture made him uncomfortable, but I ended up laughing at that idea. However, this situation made me reflect. Why should I worry about his insecurities regarding my confidence? That's something he needs to deal with. My confidence in walking is just revealing an insecurity in him, something he must confront. As I began to grasp this principle, I started to investigate other areas of my life where I was also overthinking, especially regarding others' opinions. I started to identify where my overthinking was affecting my actions and decisions. While I can't claim that I never overthink anymore, I can now become aware of this pattern more quickly. And what are the solutions? I'll delve into them now. The fundamental approach to significantly reduce overthinking is to learn to embrace the unknown. As I mentioned before, Type A individuals who are high achievers with high standards need to learn to coexist with the inherent uncertainty of life. This involves progressively breaking down your daily routine, exploring new and challenging activities that take you out of your comfort zone. As you expose yourself to more uncertain situations, you will start to feel more comfortable with uncertainty and handle it better. The next crucial lesson is reducing the reliance on outcomes and developing spiritual detachment from desired things and situations. Imagine for a moment that you have a very important goal in life, like landing your dream job or achieving a certain level of financial success. It's natural to deeply desire that it happens, and it's this passion and motivation that often drive us towards our goals. However, it's equally important to understand that the desired outcome is not always completely under our control. Here's the key to reducing the dependence on outcomes and developing spiritual detachment. While we work diligently to achieve our goals, we must also learn to accept that there are external factors and unpredictable variables that can influence the outcome. No matter how well-planned or dedicated you are, we cannot control all circumstances. Spiritual detachment doesn't mean giving up on your goals or not putting in effort. On the contrary, it means that you are committed to your journey, but you don't let the results define your worth or happiness. If the desired outcome doesn't occur, you don't fall into despair or feel defeated. Instead, you acknowledge that life is full of twists and unexpected opportunities, and you are open to adapting your plans as needed. This not only reduces the stress and anxiety associated with being obsessed with results, but also frees your mind to be more present in the moment. You can savor every step of the journey rather than solely focusing on the final destination. It also allows you to be more flexible and creative in your approach, since you're not tied to a single outcome. Society often conditions us to avoid failure at all costs. Failure is often seen as shameful or a sign of weakness. However, it's important to understand that failure is a natural part of personal growth. When you embrace failure, you're willing to recognize and accept that not all your attempts will be successful. You understand that each mistake or failure is not a reflection of your inadequacy, but an opportunity for learning and growth. By embracing failure, you become more resilient and courageous. You free yourself from the fear of making mistakes, which in turn makes you more willing to take risks and seek challenges. It's through failure that you gain experience, learn valuable lessons, and develop the ability to adapt to adverse circumstances. Furthermore, failure builds humility. When you make mistakes, you're forced to acknowledge your limitations and understand that nobody is perfect. This prevents you from developing an inflated ego and helps you relate better to others. Humility also allows you to be more open to other people's ideas and perspectives. In summary, embracing failure is a powerful lesson because it empowers us to be more resilient, courageous, humble, and willing to pursue personal growth. Instead of fearing failure, you see it as a stepping stone to success and an opportunity to become the best version of yourself. Finally, staying grounded even while achieving great accomplishments is a valuable recipe for lasting success. Failure and success complement each other, and experiencing both enhances the appreciation of success. As you face failure and success, you gain a deeper appreciation for the progress you achieve. The lessons we learn from failure are invaluable for our continuous growth and development. Another fundamental lesson is identifying your triggers. It's common for people to recognize that they overthink due to stress and anxiety, but the next important question is, to what extent is this related to ego? How is excessive thinking serving to maintain your identity, the construction you've made of yourself? An illustrative example is a parent who becomes excessively worried about being late for their child's basketball game. While it's just a delay in a sports event, for them, this delay is a violation of their identity as an incredible parent who is always there for their children. It's their ego identity that's at stake. So when they're late, they experience a sense of guilt and remorse because it conflicts with their self-construction as an exemplary parent. Another example occurs when someone overthinks about a baseball game they're about to play. They become obsessed with the fear of making mistakes because their identity is deeply rooted in the belief of being an exceptional athlete who never fails. The fear of failure is fueled by their need to maintain that identity, and they enter the game with anxiety and excessive pressure. However, it's ironic that by embracing the idea that they may perform poorly that night, they paradoxically have a higher chance of playing well. Accepting duality and the possibility of failure allows them to flow more naturally and play with less pressure. This lesson reminds us of the importance of recognizing the ego aspects behind overthinking and how accepting imperfection and duality can unleash the potential for better performance and a healthier mindset. The next important lesson is questioning the identity we've created for ourselves. Often, we define our identity with phrases like, "I am an achiever." However, it's crucial to remember that even for achievers, it's essential to have moments of rest and relaxation. We must learn to let go of these rigid identities and realize that we are multifaceted beings. We are not defined by just one identity, and life is full of nuances. So forget the idea of being exclusively an achiever. We achieve many things, but we are not defined by a single identity. Reframing excessive thoughts is another effective strategy. This involves looking at your thoughts from a different perspective. A helpful phrase for this technique is, "I am doing this because." For example, you can say, "I am doing this because I see myself as an achiever and I am trying to protect my ego." By reframing your thoughts, you analyze them without judgment and associate them with your identity. This helps break the cycle of overthinking and understand that regardless of the identity we assume, life consists of different roles and nuances. Next, you can practice what I call feeling meditation. In this form of meditation, you focus on feeling the emotional effect of your excessive thoughts. Often, we give emotional charge to our thoughts, making them more intense and real. However, during this meditation, you close your eyes and simply observe how you're feeling, watching thoughts and emotions without judgment. You're not criticizing yourself, just observing and feeling. Ironically, this practice helps calm the mind and slow down the thinking. Now, allow yourself to relax in the face of what you fear as an impending catastrophe. The truth is that most of the time, the worst-case scenario our mind creates rarely comes true. In fact, it's highly likely not to come true. You may have experienced situations in the past where you anticipated something happening, and in the end, it didn't. This situation is similar. Often, when we face a possible disaster or challenging situation, our thoughts tend to exaggerate the scenario. Our mind, in an effort to protect us, can amplify fears and worries by projecting the worst possible outcomes. This is natural and part of the human survival mechanism, but it's also important to recognize that these projections don't always materialize. Imagine yourself facing a major life change, like losing a job. You may fear that this is the end of the world, that your life will be ruined, and that you'll never find an alternative. However, reality may unfold very differently. You may eventually find a new job that turns out to be a better opportunity, meet inspiring people during your job search, and discover new interests or skills that were dormant before. What initially seemed disastrous may, over time, reveal itself as a positive turn in your journey. Additionally, it's crucial to remember the remarkable adaptability that humans possess. Throughout history, humanity has faced countless adversities, from natural disasters to global conflicts, and yet it has found ways to adapt and survive. It's an intrinsic feature of our evolutionary nature. Human adaptability manifests in various ways. In challenging situations, people can develop emotional resilience, learn new skills, adjust their perspectives, and even find inner strengths they never knew they had. It's as if our minds and spirits adjust to new circumstances and eventually create a new normal. Think about someone who has faced a serious illness. Initially, the news can be devastating and frightening. However, many people who go through such challenges report that over time, they find strength and courage they didn't know they had. They adapt to the new routine of medical treatments, find support in their support networks, and discover a new appreciation for life and simple things. What initially seemed insurmountable becomes a journey of personal growth. In summary, remember that our fears and concerns can distort reality. And even if the worst situations occur, the human ability to adapt is an incredible strength that allows us to find hope, grow, and find ways to overcome adversity. The new normal that emerges after challenges can pleasantly surprise us and remind us of the inherent resilience of the human condition. Having faith in yourself and your abilities is essential. If you have religious or spiritual beliefs, this faith can extend to a higher power or the universe. Trust in the process. A fundamental part of this process is the mental game. We must be careful not to get lost in excessive thoughts about our own excessive thoughts. Sometimes we may catch ourselves overthinking about how much we are overthinking. This is a meta perspective. The solution here is simply to observe the mind without judgment. Avoid judging yourself or others. Excessive judgment is an obstacle to happiness. When we judge less, we reduce neurotic emotional projections. Furthermore, the words we use have a profound impact on our lives. They are not mere combinations of letters, but carry meaning and energy. Just as words can affect non-human living beings, they also have a powerful effect on human psychology and our emotions. Therefore, it is crucial to pay attention to the words we use and be aware of how they affect our lives and the lives of those around us. Communication is an incredibly valuable skill that we often underestimate. It plays a fundamental role in our relationships with others and also in our understanding of ourselves. Let's explore more deeply the importance of communication and the application of the mantra, "It doesn't matter." When we interact with others, it is common to try to decipher their thoughts, motivations, and intentions. However, this practice can often lead to misunderstandings and unnecessary conflicts. The key to avoiding these problems is open and honest communication. By communicating effectively, we can establish stronger connections with the people around us. Asking questions about others' opinions, experiences, and perspectives can provide us with valuable context to better understand their actions and choices. Additionally, empathy flourishes when we make an effort to understand others through communication, thereby strengthening our relationships and promoting an environment of trust and collaboration. In addition to communicating with others, it is also crucial to learn to communicate with ourselves. The ability to express ourselves verbally or in writing can be a powerful tool for self-discovery and personal growth. When we find ourselves lost in excessive thoughts or facing internal dilemmas, speaking out loud or writing in a journal can help us clarify our ideas and feelings. By externalizing our thoughts, we give them life and can analyze them more objectively. This allows us to gain insights into our own emotions and motivations, promoting greater self-awareness, self-acceptance, and authenticity. Communicating with oneself is a journey of understanding our deepest fears, desires, and goals. Lastly, the mantra, "It doesn't matter," is a powerful tool for relieving the stress and anxiety caused by overthinking. Internalizing this idea does not mean neglecting our responsibilities or becoming disinterested in important matters. On the contrary, "It doesn't matter" reminds us that many of the things we worry about in our daily lives have minimal or temporary impact on our lives. This mantra helps us focus our energy and attention on what truly matters, allowing us to release the burden of trivial concerns and making us more effective in solving real problems. It also promotes a healthy sense of detachment, allowing us to face challenges with serenity and acceptance rather than being overwhelmed by excessive thoughts and unnecessary stress. In summary, communication plays a crucial role in our lives, strengthening relationships and deepening our understanding of ourselves. The mantra, "It doesn't matter," guides us toward a more conscious and balanced life, where we prioritize our concerns and release the weight of overthinking. Together, these elements lead us to a more authentic and fulfilling life. If you've made it this far, it's because you're ready to transform the way you deal with your overthinking. This video was just the beginning, an introduction to a world of possibilities. Imagine what you can achieve when you master the art of controlling your mind and freeing yourself from the shackles of overthinking. To unlock the full potential of your brain and live a fuller and happier life, you need to continue your journey with us. Subscribe to our channel, activate notifications, and become part of this community of people who are transforming themselves, one mind at a time. Like this video, share it with your friends and family who can also benefit from these powerful techniques. Leave a comment below with your experiences and expectations, and we'll be eager to respond and support you on your journey. Remember, you are not alone in this quest for personal transformation. Together, we will explore the depths of the human mind and uncover the secrets that make us stronger, happier, and more fulfilled. Don't miss the next opportunity to connect with us. Subscribe now and be part of this mental revolution. Thank you for watching. See you soon.